How would you say it went today?
It went rather well. We had a couple guys flying around. We had a couple guys go down though, which is not good. We already got Bo, we got JD out. You know what I mean? So being healthy is really a priority to us right now. So having those guys go down really hurt us. But all in all, it was a pretty good day. It was a short day, so we had a lot of energy.
As a guy who's played both offense and defense since he's been here, Brandon Bonner making that switch back to defense. Just talk about that and the challenge that is, but what you've seen from him already.
Oh man, he looked good out there today. I know y'all saw him make a couple plays, but I was just helping him make the transition. It's pretty easy when you played it in high school. You know, I know he was all state on both sides of the ball, so it's going to come pretty easy to him, but he's an athlete. I look forward to him, man. He showed a lot of promise and potential out there today. I look forward to him making plays in the future.
After you got to watch the tape from the scrimmage on Friday on the defensive side and particularly your group, just what's some of the things that you've seen that you feel like you guys need to work on, maybe some of the things you felt like you did well?
Communication is something we got to work on a lot. You know what I mean? Communication hurt us last season. A lot of explosive plays, which really hurts your team. 15 yards plus type plays, you know what I mean? And that's really what we gave up. Not too many teams really just drove it down the field on us, you know what I mean? And really the big plays we gave up was due to communication. But I saw a lot of promising things out of people too, man. People flying around to the ball, which is what we did not have last year. Our D-line getting a pass rush, plugging all gaps, man. It's promising, man. I like seeing that D-line get out there and work. The new guys are making plays.
I was going to ask about that. You know, for you as a corner, you know, one of your best friends will be that defensive line. And, you know, that seemed to be one of the bigger weaknesses last year that is now seems to be one of the bigger strengths of this football team.
Absolutely.
Just talk about some of those guys individually.
I tell them every day, man, I can't make a play unless you make a play. You know what I mean? You make it easy for the whole back seven. Just seeing those guys like Swally and Whalen come in and plugging those A-gaps, making the QB get the ball out quick, you know what I mean? It's making it easy for the guys on the back end, especially when we lost people like Artez and Chico, Q Lee in the back end, you know what I mean? Having a D-line like that's really going to help us.
You kind of listed some of those guys you lost. I mean, has your role as a leader kind of been more? I mean, look, you and Chris Stone are kind of two of the guys back off the top of my head. You know, how much more does the team look for you leadership-wise this year?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, that's what happens in college football. You know, guys move on and the throne gets passed down. And, you know, the guys that know that we have to step up, And me and Chris Stone are two of those guys, and we will. You know what I mean? We're going to lead guys on our defense to make plays, and they just follow us, man. We're going to do great things.
How much did last year did you maybe individually take it personally with what some of the, you know, the numbers that you guys gave up on the defensive side of the ball and some of the games where, you know, Texas State, Lafayette to be exact, where they ran the ball at will and things like that? How much of that did you take personally and bring that with you into the offseason?
Every single bit of it, man. Lafayette, Texas State, all those games, all our ESPN games, you know, it seems like people were running the ball down us, you know what I mean? So you take that personally when you have people that come getting to watch, so people that usually can't watch you play, and you're on national TV and you kind of get embarrassed, you know what I mean? You take that personally, and even though it's not you getting ran on, I wear the logo, you know what I mean? A-State's me to guys back home in Heflin, they don't know anybody else here. So they see A-State getting the ball ran on, they're thinking that's Rocky, you know what I mean? So we all take that personally in our own certain type of way, and we're all working to fix that.
Well, you're over halfway through spring camp.
Yeah.
What do you want to work on from now until the final practice of spring camp?
Man, just a little bit of everything. We're just getting better each and every day. I just love seeing people take better steps to the future. Like Kyrie over there, he's making great steps, man. He's going to make a lot of plays this year. But it's good seeing everybody just move in the right direction, you know what I'm saying? We're doing a little bit more and more every day, and I'm just waiting to see what we get.
If you only had an energetic position coach at all, just had somebody with but no, Coach, just talk about Coach Taylor and how he influences you guys.
Man, it wouldn't be the same without him, you know what I mean? People love football, you know what I'm saying, but there's going to be certain days where you just come out here and you're going to feel lazy, you know what I mean? Days you're not going to feel it, and him and Coach Shadid are not going to let you get that, you know what I'm saying? They're going to amp it up every single day, and they're going to call you out when they need to be called out, you know what I mean? So it really helps. It really helps with the younger guys and more than anything, because when we get in fall camp, they ain't never been anything like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be tough on them, and guys like Coach Trooper, the type of guys to get you through it.
How much have you guys talked to the young guys about that? Because fall camp, as you mentioned, there is nothing like fall camp, and there's really nothing you can do to get prepared for it. How much have you talked to them about that?
I mean, you can talk to them about it a little bit. It's like one of those things, like if you're in the Army, you can tell them about war, but you can't really adjust it, you get into it, you know what I mean? So we can tell them what they need to do to get their mind ready, but we can't really lead them until we get there. So we'll see when August gets here. Hopefully it's not too hot.